Hello there, great person, and welcome back to Let's Read Wheel of Time. Today we are at Chapter 8, and it's called Hard Heads. Why are heads hard? I don't know, we will find out today. The banner of the dragon is the chapter sigil, and let's just go. And we are with ELAYNE, so we might finally get their talk, which I hope will be great, because it's the prophecy. And I hope we get some great interaction between these two characters. Okay, so she's just waiting for him to be okay because he's a bit shaken, talking to himself, and yeah. And she just wants the moment to be put off longer. Oh, poor ELAYNE. Oh, butterflies the size of hedgehogs frolicked in her stomach. It was not fear of him channeling, he had let go of Saidin as soon as Egwene stood to leave. She wanted to trust him, and she had to. Oh, she had let go, I'm sorry, yeah. It was what she wanted to happen that had her trembling inside. Oh, young love. Yeah, and she's very insecure now. Was her perfume too heavy? No. Gwen said he liked the smell of roses. The dress. She wanted to take it up, but he turned. Oh, this is actually pretty tense. The slight limp in his step tightened her lips thoughtfully. She was glad to see it. The effort of keeping her own face serene had leapt tenfold as soon as his eyes touched her. Those eyes were blue now, like a misty morning sky. That is pretty romantic. I did not realize you were still... I mean, I didn't, that is, He took a deep breath and began again. I am not as much of a fool as I sound, my lady. It isn't every day someone tells you they don't love you, my lady. Oh, but I've got good news. I love you. So, whatever. She put on a tone of mock severity. If you call me that again, I shall call you my dragon lord and curtsy. And even the queen of Andor might curtsy to you, and I am only daughter heir. Like, don't do that. I will not, Rand. If you call me by my name, ELAYNE, say it. Say it. Say my name. ELAYNE. He spoke awkwardly. Oh, good. Did it hurt you very much what Egwene told you, I mean? Okay, I mean, I'm glad that she is like not immediately going into her stuff. She's first trying to make sure that he's okay, which is what she would do if she loved him truly, I think so. No, yes, some, I don't know. Fair is fair, after all. I sound a fool again, don't I? No, not to me. I told her the pure truth, but I don't think she believed me. I suppose I did not want to believe it of her either. Not really. If that isn't foolish, I don't know what is. Yeah, this is a very, very harsh situation. Don't tell me you're a fool. I saw a Kerkhennen Lord's fool once, a man in a funny striped coat, too big for him and soon with bells. He would look silly wearing bells. Wouldn't everyone look silly wearing bells? Like, isn't that the point of a fool? I suppose I would. I will remember that. Would you like a flower? He asked suddenly, and she blinked in confusion. Aww, is he gonna give her a flower? Flower? Yes. I made one for the Magir last night. You'd have thought I had given her the stone, but yours will be much prettier. Much prettier, I promise. Rand, I will be careful. It takes only a trickle of power. Just a thread and I will be very careful. She had to trust him. Yeah, it's so cool. Like now they have something where she has to trust him and she has to prove that she's right, so to speak, for him, and he has to prove that he's right for her. In a way. Like not very specifically them for each other, but I like this trust thing. I would like that, Rand. Flowers. That's not fit gift for you. Her heart went out to him. Clearly he had tried to embrace Saidin and failed. And now he picks up the cloth and is like, what? What am I doing? I am sure a seamstress will have many ideas. Oh, and now she takes the feathers. Oh, that's so sweet. That is so cool. I love that. How could he understand that she would keep the feathers because he had wanted them to be a flower? Oh, that's so cool. The Magir must have a seamstress, she told him. I will give that to one of them. Rand, do you like me? Oh god, this is gonna be so weird, but I love it. Like you? Of course I like you. I like you very much. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Please, don't do stupid stuff, guys. Why did he have to look as if he did not understand it all? I am fond of you, Rand. Here is the fans post. Here's the fans. I probably didn't get that saying. It's a German saying. Like in Germany, we say, I don't know if you say it in English as well, but in Germany we would say a wave at someone with a fence pole. I don't know why they do that, but I am fond of you, Rand, more than fond. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He has to say more than like first. I will keep control of myself. I will not let him see me behave like a mood-eyed girl. I will not. Yes, that's okay. I am fond of you. I am not usually so forward. Soon I will have to go, Rand, to leave Tyr. I may not see you again for months. I could not go without letting you know how I feel, and I am very fond of you. ELAYNE, I am fond of you. I feel I want... The scarlet spots on his cheeks grew. Aww. ELAYNE, I don't know what to say. How to... Rand, I am not saying or asking for... I only wanted you to know how I feel. That's all. You have to go further. You have to do more. Rand, I want you to kiss me. Okay, I mean, this is pretty, like, no, she threw the fence, as we would say in Germany. She, like, yeah, okay. Kissed you, he said, as if he had never heard of kissing before. ELAYNE, I don't want to promise more than, I mean, it isn't as if we were betrothed. Not that I'm suggesting we should be, it's just that I am fond of you, ELAYNE, more than fond. I just do not want you to think I... And now she laughs at him. Oh, sweet. I do not know how things are done in the Two Rivers, but in Camelin you don't wait until you are betrothed before kissing a girl, and it does not mean you must become betrothed either. But perhaps you do not know how. Bait. Now she threw out the bait. And now the kiss. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty sweet. I really like this. This has been the first time where we really have this romantic feeling stuff in the book. Like this direct romantic interaction. Forgive me for interrupting you. I am just a backward shepherd from the Two Rivers. You are uncouth and you did not shave this morning, but I would not say you are backward. I do not want to hear anything from you that you do not mean with your whole heart, not now or ever. He nodded. I think she's really good for him. Like I think Gwen would have been too bodily. Like, I know that in many relationships, or I think in every relationship you probably have to be like a buddy a bit as well all the time. But Gwen was too much that, I think, so it didn't fit. At least like the way I felt it did. Like, perhaps sometimes it fits a lot, but here in this situation I think Gwen was not right for him. I never felt their love. Like, it was this... Yes, they thought of each other, but it was always this hanging thing. Like, how do you say it? It was always there that they, both of them, were also promised to each other, like something like that. So this promised stuff was always in the back of my mind, I guess. So this is more natural. She stepped out of his encircling arms, not without reluctance. It would be all too easy to remain there, and she had already been more forward than she had ever dreamt of before. Speaking up like that, asking for a kiss. Asking. She was not ELAYNE. Yeah, I mean, don't shit on ELAYNE, man. No, don't shit on ELAYNE. I'm so sorry for ELAYNE, but... ELAYNE, perhaps Min had a viewing. What Min saw happened, but she would not share him with ELAYNE. Never! But she has to share him with Min. So, I guess. I will expect you will not lack for company after I go. Just remember that some women see a man with their hearts, while others see no more than a bauble to wear. No different than a necklace or a bracelet. Remember that I will come back and I am one who sees with her heart. Aww. That's why I love her so much. Like, she was my favorite of the girl and protagonists before, so... Like, I think her and Nynaeve, I guess. Though I like Egwene a lot as well. Just not as much. Like, it's a little bit... Yeah. Also, ELAYNE was not really a main character. Like, she was a main character, but she was not a main character. And because we now have her perspective here for the first time and we start to see things through her eyes, really see things through her eyes. I think we had a chapter about her in book 3, but it was just one, you know? So I hope we get more ELAYNE chapters. He looked confused at first, then a little alarmed. She had said too much too fast. She had to divert him. This reads a bit like a Bene Gesserit thing. Do you know what you have not said to me? You have not tried to frighten me away by telling me how dangerous you are. Don't try now, it is too late. I did not think of it. Did you and Egwene scheme this up between you? No? Yes? How could you ever consider such a thing? Do you imagine we would hand you around? I did not mean to frighten you. Egwene made me angry. She's always been able to without half trying. That's no excuse, I know. I said I was sorry and I am. Yeah, that as well. Egwene makes him angry sometimes, which is like... not a good basis for a relationship, perhaps. What do I know? Perhaps in their time it is. And for the pinch... No, I'm not sorry for that. The two of you talking over my head as if you were a lump of wood with no ears. You deserved as much, both of you, and I won't say different. Yes, stand your ground, mate. Oh, she healed him for being honest. That's kinda cool. And now Gaul looked in. Gaul's like, you know, I heard you, but I chose not to come in until you were finished. The Terrans are here. The High Lords you were expecting. I will go then. You must tell them about Texas, was it not? Think on what I have said. Yeah, that's what she advises him. I mean, she would probably be a good advisor as well, because she was raised as a queen to be, so... And now the High Lords come in. At least those that were not slayed by Matt. Yeah, okay, so... And ELAYNE is currently looking at Rand. And she realizes he's one of those men that commands a room. Even if he were not the Dragon Reborn, he would command a room. That's cool. It was done. Or at least it was begun. 4 days she had before Yoya and Amiko were put on that ship. 4 days at most to twine herself so firmly into Rand's thoughts that he had no room for ELAYNE. Or if not that, firmly enough that she stayed inside his head until she had the chance to do more. And, oh god, yeah, she had never thought she might do anything like this. Stalk a man like a huntress stalking a wild boar. Yeah. And she's like, I don't care what my mother will say, though. I mean, to be fair, being wed to the Dragon Reborn, like the King of Tyr, isn't that so bad? Oh, and now she's more gazing again. Very good. Very good. Very good stuff. I enjoyed this tremendously. I needed this. It was such a sweet little passage. I really needed this. And it was the first really wholesome passage that went on for more than like 2 pages. I liked that. I am glad that Jordan wrote stuff like this as well, because, you know, it was not there before in this extent, and I like it because I like all his writing, so very well done. And now we are back to Rand. Let's see what he thought. Yeah, his dream became true. That's right. Yeah, he dreamt of this a bit before. Yeah, okay. My Lord Dragon, Saruman murmured. Whoever Saruman is. The Lord Dragon wished to see us. Could Egwene and ELAYNE have worked it up between them? Of course not. Women did not do things like that any more than men. Did they? It had to be coincidence. ELAYNE heard that he was free and decided to speak. That was it. A bit like... I mean, Gwen really gave her all the life hacks, so I don't know. Didn't you realize that like everything he liked was like there? Texas, he barked. The Terrans did not move, but they gave the impression of stepping back. How he hated dealing with these men. He wanted to dive back into the books. It's so cool that Rand is so red. He would probably be a good brown archer guy. It is a bad precedent, my lord. Dragon lowering taxes. Oh, you're one of those, ding dong. Okay, hello. Hello, person I don't like. Malan. Okay, he's called Malan. Hello, Malan. Or Milan. Like in German, I would pronounce him Milan, but I don't know. Probably not important. The peasants have always paid it easily, but if we lower the taxes, when the day comes that we raise them back to where they are now, the fools will complain. That is true, though. He's got a point. But do they, like... I think if you increase taxes, you should have good reasons for that. And everyone should understand them. Like, of course, not everyone will, but at least like 80% of the people should understand why the taxes are raised. Like, oh, there's a war and we have to now pay other countries to bring us food because we are out of food because some fields were like burned down or whatever. We need more taxes, or I don't know, you know? Why should he expect Gwen to have feelings for him that he did not have for her? Yet it did hurt. Yeah, of course it hurts. I mean, it's still harsh. You will have riots if you drive men off their farms. Yeah, and he's just thinking about the prophecy. The treasures of the Stone of Tyr travels in the waste and dealings with the territory of Maine. The defenders of the stone have put down riots before, my lord. Our own guards can keep peace in the countryside. The peasants will not disturb you, I give you my assurance. But you could do more than, like, kill them then, you know? There are too many farmers as it is. It is the civil war in Carrion, my lord dragon. The Carrionen can buy no grain and the granaries are bursting. This year's harvest will go to waste as it is. Oh, because they can't buy grain. Yeah, so send it to them, give it to them and make them your allies. And he's like, we need people to stop planting stuff. That's always a bad idea. Like, a drought may come. The harsh winter was already... Like, it was just 2 years ago that the winter was incredibly harsh. Like, mate, did you have any sense of anything? What will you do when Carrion is buying grain again? For the matter, is Carrion the only land that needs grain? Why had ELAYNE spoken up like that? What did she expect of him? Fond, she said. Women could play games with words like... Asadai. Okay. I mean, and she's both, so yeah. Did she mean she loved him? No, that was plain foolishness. Overproud to a degree, yet true. If the civil war stopped today, Carrion still could not buy more than a few barge loads of 2, even 3 years. We have always sold our grain to Carrion. Always, for the 20 years since the Hail War, Rand thought. Yeah. When the cabbages sprouted like weeds around Eamon's field, it was a near certainty that bad rain or white worm had struck Devon Ride or Watch Hill. While Watch Hill had too many turnips, Eamon's field would have a shortage, or Devon Ride. Okay. Wait a moment. Does that mean that the pattern is making sure that everyone has enough? Because this really sounds like someone or something planned this. Like if there's a shortage, someone else has enough. So yeah. Offer it in Ilion. Or Altara. You have ships for the sea as well as riverboats and barges, and if you don't have enough, hire them from Mayenne. He did like ELAYNE, but he did like Min as much. Yeah, because of the prophecy, they're both. Yeah. He had spent very nearly his whole life mooning after Gwen. He was not about to dive into that again until he was sure. Yeah, I feel you, mate. Pay with grain. I'm sure the first will be amenable for a good price and maybe a signed agreement, a treaty. pledging to leave Mayenne alone in return for ships. He owed her that. Is like, does he mean ELAYNE? That they are now like, yeah, give them grain for ships? We trade little with ELAYNE, my lord dragon. They are righteous and scum. Jedi scum. We've always dealt with Mayenne from strength, with my lord dragon, never bent the knee. And Rand's like, you stupid prick. He always tried to reason with them and it always failed. Yeah, it is. First, you will cut taxes on farmers by 3/4 and on everyone else by half. Don't argue, just do it. Second, you go to ELAYNE and ask her price for hiring. Yeah, do it, Rand. Just tell them to shut the frick up and do good stuff. I hope it won't be like... Sounds fine, sounds like a reasonable proposal, sounds like something that could endure over some years, so it might be a good idea. I don't know. And now we're with the Gwen, so we are jumping around today again. And we're already on page 157. How many are there? Oh, 1,000, okay. That's actually pretty good. So, we have some more to go, I'm glad. And Matt is now with the Gwen. Is last night troubling you? She asked Matt. You know about that? Well, you would, wouldn't you? Doesn't bother me. Wasn't much to it. Over and done with now, anyway. And even I do not see much of you. I have been busy. Dicing? Cards. Yeah. And a maid is winking at Matt. He grinned at her. I've been busy playing cards. I see. It must use up a great deal of time. Playing cards. Too much to spare a few moments for old friends. The last time I spared you a moment, you and Nynaeve tied me, what? Up with the power like a pig for market so you could rummage through my room. Friends don't steal from friends. Why would they do that? What were they searching for? Besides, you're always with that ELAYNE with her nose in the air. Or Moraine. I do not like taking up your time. You're busy from what I hear, questioning dark friends, doing all sorts of important things, I should imagine. You know these Tarians think you are Aes Sedai, don't you? Yeah, but you're not. You're not. It is not stealing to take back what was supposed to be a loan, she told him. Yeah, okay, they were after the letter, I see. Yeah, they're a bit at odds, I feel, because Gwen, yeah, why would like Gwen and ELAYNE and Nynaeve, or Gwen and Nynaeve apparently did rummage through his room and tied him up? What the frick, girls? Like, you're so weird sometimes. I don't like them together as this like secret force, because they tend to do more and more stuff that I think is like, are you serious right now? Respect your friends, man. Last book as well, like they I don't know. It was so disrespectful towards Matt. I don't understand that. It's so stupid. I need some advice. Oh, and now she's like, what? You want what? Whatever I can do to help. What do you want advice about? I don't know. What? I am trying to decide what to do. I hope you're not thinking of trying to leave. You know how important you are. You cannot run away from it, Matt. Think I don't know that? Believe me, Gwen, I'm not going anywhere. I just want to know what's going to happen. What comes next? What's in these holes in my memory? There are chunks of my life that aren't even there. They don't exist, as if they never happened. Why do I find myself spouting gibberish? He's talking about Manethran language, I guess. Why do I find myself spouting gibberish? Yeah, people say it's the old tongue, but it's goose gabble to me, yeah. Before I go as crazy as Rand. Rand's not crazy. Yeah, and he doesn't want Moraine to know anything. Oh, Matt, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Why? There might be a way. If Moraine says it's alright, she might. Moraine, have you heard a word I said? The last thing I want is Moraine meddling. What way? Matt had always been rash, yeah. I would want to know as well why he's talking in Manethran tongue. Like, is he reborn? Is he someone? I still think he's the Manetheren King reborn, but I don't know. Oh, she tells him about the doorway. Uh-oh. You must remember this, Matt. Frivolous questions can get you killed. Is she seriously talking about the archway thing in the basement? So he will go there? It's gonna be so horrifying. Can't wait. I can't wait. I hope he does that. 3 questions. You go in like Billy, I suppose. Spend the night and come out 10 years later with a purse that's always full of gold. And for once in your life, Matrim Corthan, do not talk like a fool. You know very well Terangreal are not stories. It's the dangers you have to be aware of. Maybe the answers you seek are inside this one, but you must not try it before Moraine says you can. You must promise me that, or I promise you I will take you to her like a trout on a string. You know I can. Yeah. It's a risk, but interesting. I did not think Matt would. He's probably gonna go inside. I now want him to go inside already, but yeah, I didn't expect it to turn to this. What will you do, Matt? Oh, play cards, I suppose. If anyone will play with me, play stones with Tom, guys in the taverns. I can still go as far as the city at last. Find something to take up time. Oh wow, like, and he first says, yeah, he assures her I won't go away, even though I want to, but I will not. And then he says, Egwene, do you ever wish you were back home? That none of this bad that none of this had ever happened. No, even with everything, no. Do you? I would be a fool then, wouldn't I? It's cities I like, and this one will do for now. This one will do. Egwene, you won't tell Moraine about this, will you? About me asking for advice and all? Why shouldn't I? I have been keeping wider of her than I have anyway. I've been staying clear, especially when she wants to root around in my head. She might think I'm weakening. You won't tell her, will you? I won't. If you promise me you will not go near that Terangreal without asking her permission, I shouldn't even have told you about it. I promise. I won't go near that thing unless my life depends on it, I swear. He is so gonna go to that. Egwene shook her head. However much everything else changed, Matt just never would. Brilliant chapter again. Brilliant chapter. And I am pretty sure that he will go into the Terangreal. Probably without asking Moraine, but we'll see, we'll see. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. I did. That was very cool. I liked this a lot. It was a bit different from the other chapters, but I really like the scene between Elayne and Rand. I really like that. I hope they don't have that relationship up in the show. And yeah, anyway. I hope you liked this. If you did, consider liking, subscribing, all the stuff. And of course, sharing with others who might like it as well. But that said, I hope you have a great day. And see you tomorrow. Bye.